Isn't that cool?
Not at all. That's disgusting.
First, what I would love to do is give you an education on British biscuits. Do you know anything about British biscuits?
No.
Okay, so this custard cream, these are all kind of vintage, iconic British biscuits.
Is it good?
This is excellent. This chap is called
I've seen that before.
a jam dodger.
I have to say we have these in Spain too.
Does it have cream in the middle?
No.
A jammy dodger without cream, for me, is a no-go. It's too dry.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
This one, a party ring.
How it's called?
A party ring. Like a fiesta
party
ring.
Yeah. Okay.
And the way that I like to eat this
Yeah.
particular biscuit is to lick off the icing.
Amazing.
So if you sort of rub it on your tongue for a while,
And what happens
Yeah.
later?
then it kind of disintegrates in your mouth.
Wow.
And this one,
It has something inside. Marmalade.
yeah.
Toma ya.
Yeah. Do you want to see how I eat how I eat one?
If you want me to show,
So
yeah.
you do it like that, you break it in half. You then take off this bit. Okay. So I'm not so into that bit. You can eat that bit afterwards.
What a mess are
Yeah,
you doing?
And then you suck off all the chocolate, and then you end up, which I'm not going to do because it's not very chocolate, but you then end up with a nice little perfect sort of nugget of marmalade. You look a bit disturbed by your education in
Well,
English biscuit.
I don't completely understand the point of what you just did, but
Okay. Let's ask questions.
how do you take your tea?
I take it with a bit of milk, normal milk,
Okay.
and a bit of sugar. Do you prefer tea to coffee?
No,
You prefer coffee?
I can have one coffee in the morning. Otherwise, you know what happens?
I do know what happens.
Yeah.
Let's ask another question. Fig roll. Okay, what was the most surprising thing you learnt working on the show?
You.
Did I not fulfill all your expectations?
What I learned,
What did you learn?
I have to say, it was intense.
It was intense.
We were in Budapest, between Budapest and Croatia, for almost 8 months.
Yeah. What's weird about the series is it's kind of, there are almost 3 different stories. There's
Yeah.
Lashana's story of the pursuit and the family life, and then there's the Jackal's kind of mission, and then there's this other world that he's living. So it felt like making 3 different movies.
I was in the cool one, I have to say.
You were the chic
Right.
one. Let's ask another question.
Okay.
On the back of a custard cream.
I never said what I learned.
That's the point
About
of these
the
things.
show, but-
Avoid the question. What is your favourite memory of filming together? I'm going to work my way through a Jaffa Cake and see if I can show you what I meant about the bit where you end up with the nice orange bit. While you tell me about the...
Day 1 was amazing.
Yeah.
We started with an intimate scene.
It was also horrendously sweaty. Do you remember? Because we were in
I
Hungary.
mean, how to forget that?
We were in Hungary
It
in
was
the
like
studio.
46 degrees.
I just remember between takes, I just had to go and stand in front of the air conditioner to try and not sweat. That was an intense first day.
But it was the best way to know each other since the beginning. Like,
Wait, I'm more concerned about my marmalade.
oh my god. What the fuck?
Isn't that cool?
Not at all. That's disgusting.
That was my technique.
What just happened?
I just showed you
So
how I
you've
like to
been
eat a
working on
Jaffa
that?
Cake. Yeah, for years.
For-
Since I was about 4.
Okay,
Right,
now
oh,
I
Christ.
understand. I mean, at least there's some little game. Yeah, it's good.
Do you want to ask a question?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a zip. You say zip? Oh my god.
I
It's a
should
zip?
laugh because your English is so good compared to any, well, generally and compared to any Spanish language.
That's
but
not.
a
That's
zip.
That's
a
not a
zip,
compliment.
It is well compared to my Spanish. that's
That's
most-
because your
most
Spanish is terrible. Hopefully,
But
there's a
zip-
biscuit asking about your Spanish
We say
in the
sip,
show.
but zip is better.
Who has the best taste in music?
Definitely not me.
I don't think I'm.
Do you have good taste in music?
People say no.
You have great taste in you know when you send WhatsApp or like messages and you send stickers. Ursula has the greatest
I have a gift. Yeah.
greatest
for that.
gift of stickers. We spent a long time working on the title sequence, and the title sequence music is sung by Celeste, who I think has one of the great voices of our generation. And the title song, there's something deeply classic about it, but also something so unique about her voice, and it kind of grounds the piece in.
Agreed.
It's a goodie. So. But Lashana is our music taste person.
Yeah?
She has great taste in music. Where in the world should the Jackal go next?
Mars?
For the sake of everyone's health and safety. One of the reasons I wanted to make this series is, you know, when you watch sort of White Lotus or something, and you sit in your me too, and you sit in your living room, but you're transported to somewhere really glamorous and beautiful. I wouldn't mind the Jackal on the Amalfi Coast, Positano.
That's cool. Turks and Caicos?
Maldives.
Maldives.
Okay, next question.
This tea is pretty good. Yeah.
One thing that you stole or wanted to steal from the set?
All the props. I remember when we were doing this new part of the house.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
I was pretty shocked about it.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that when we were about to finish the show. And I remember all the props. You say props, right?
Yeah,
all the props we had.
Did you want to take any of your costumes?
Yeah.
I thought that dress was incredible.
I'm very happy with that dress on Nuria. I don't think it's my vibe.
Yeah.
But I do like, there's one of the 100 conversations on the phone with the Jackal.
She spent the entire thing on the phone. It's so weird when you do phone call conversations, because there was a time when you were shooting. I'll never forget this. So you were shooting this really intense phone call with me at the villa.
Yeah. Well.
And I was on holiday. It was Hannah, my wife's birthday, and we were in Venice.
I
was in Venice airport with the kids.
That's so sweet.
And we were
he was
here
in Venice. He had like 4 free days in the entire show, and he was saying the lines to the phone in Venice. You know?
I think it's so important. Like, some actors
Me
are fine
too.
with not having a person there, but particularly when our whole relationship was basically over the phone.
But not everybody do that.
Well,
that's very kind.
I wanted to steal all the clothes.
All of them?
Yeah. I heard the other day that Robert De Niro, and I think keeps all of his costumes from all the films he's ever made, and they go into they go into a museum that's part of a university or something.
He put it in the contract or something?
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's it. Now all you have to do is go to watch the Day of the Jackal.
The biscuits have spoken.